Today is July 12th, 2022, which means that, aside from it being my birthday, it's also 4 years since I last consistently posted to this channel. So, let's talk about that, shall we? So, exactly 4 years ago, I posted the TennoCon vlog, which detailed my adventures at TennoCon 2018. God, that sounds like yesterday, even though 2018 is already 4 years ago. 4 years in which a whole hell of a lot has happened, at the same time also a whole hell of a lot of nothing has happened. So why was TennoCon 2018 the last time that I posted consistently on this channel? I mean, like, I have made some videos in between, like exactly 3 years ago I actually posted that running video. 105 miles in 1 week. Now that mainly has to do with two things. One, knowing what to do, and two, trying to catch up. So before TennoCon 2018, the purpose of this channel was to be a Warframe channel. Even though I never really knew exactly what I wanted to do with Warframe, like I started out with answering questions, and then I started making some reviews, and I did some iDreads, and I did some whatever quality Warframe reviews was.
Yeah, intro. I don't think we have an intro.
But I wanted to like try and find something new. So I did these vlogs on the channel, especially around 2018, which was a lot of fun, but they were still very much centered around Warframe. I mean, like, let's go and travel around the world for TennoCon. Let's go to Boston for like Tenno VIP. Even though they were like quote-unquote vlogs and unnecessary gaming videos, they were still very much so Warframe videos. TennoCon 2018, however, was to be a turning point for me. I wanted to like make that as a turning point where I would put all the gaming stuff on the gaming channel, and I would move forward with like this channel to do whatever the hell I wanted to do next, which I hadn't really thought of. This time I wanted to do something entirely on my own. I wanted to really explore like the world of maybe vlogging. I love the traveling video, like flying into London, Ontario. However, the longer I waited to like try and figure out what to do, part 2 came up. Trying to catch up. Have you ever had something which you were kind of like putting off and kind of like pushing back, you didn't really want to do it, and then when you thought about it, it was like, oh shit, you know, I've wasted so much time like not doing this thing. If I want to do this thing now, I gotta do it perfectly. Well, that's been me over like the last couple of years. So if I come back, either my video has to be insanely cool, so I gotta spend like an entire month like training hard and running and like showing off this cool achievement, which could have been something that I've been working on, or it's got to be something which is like an entirely new like format which I can do every single week with like making tech videos. And sometimes that would actually get me to a video, like for instance like the videos. Like those are things which I very carefully crafted. I really explored this format, and I really like the format as well. But they would take me just like such a long time to set up, and then I would make one and be like, okay, now the next one's got to be like an even bigger hit, and like I was so focused on like trying to craft the perfect video that I kind of stopped like making videos, which is what I want to do again. If I want to start making videos again, let's first understand like what is keeping me from making videos. What is it that makes YouTube so tough? I think that when we look at the whole, the very first thing that comes to mind is like the lack of technical skill. If you look at my very first video, I didn't know how to make an aspect ratio. The thing about technical skill is that it's actually quite easy to learn. It just takes a little bit of dedication, but over time it's quite easy for people to teach you. It's quite easy to like follow tutorials about it and then just like learn by just doing it. The second step, however, is a bit harder. Now, what do I mean with exploration versus exploitation? Exploration is basically like what it means. Like you explore something. You go out from like a known place to something new to see what's there. Exploitation, on the other hand, is when you take something which like you know works and you try and like do it more and more often. Exploiting has like such a weird connotation, but in the way that I mean it now is like more in a sense of exploiting a skill. Like you find a skill, you find something, a niche that you really like, and then you use that to great effect to get better at it. Get better at it, make yourself more refined, optimizing. Maybe optimization is the best thing, but I like the exploration, exploitation, like the words look alike. About 4 years ago, I looked at my channel, I was like, man, I've only done exploration. And I looked at friends of mine who were making the same videos every single day. And I was like, boy, sometimes I make videos and like I make 2 videos a week. Sometimes I make 2 videos a month. 1 video goddamn year, 2019. But yeah, like I was looking at my friends and I was like, man, you know, They're so much better at being consistent, at exploiting what works for them, and I'm just out here just constantly doing shit which I find interesting, but which never really has any connection to each other. So because of that, I decided that what I wanted to do was actually go and sit down and force myself to be consistent, to go more into like an exploiting phase rather than an exploratory phase. And the thing that was most successful for me at that time was my Twitch streams. So what I decided to do was start streaming the game that I was streaming at the time, Warframe, and start doing that for 8 hours a day and pretty much for like every single weekday. My idea was always like, oh, I'm gonna exploit my Twitch stuff. I'm gonna like do Twitch until like it's completely stable, it's completely fine, I'm completely happy with it, and then I'm gonna come back to YouTube, and because Twitch is completely stable and I'm fully happy with it and it's completely done, I can go and explore a little bit on YouTube. But because I already know, like I've been creating content for so long, I'll not need to explore anything. I'll just come around with like the perfect idea and I'll immediately be able to exploit that. That doesn't happen really. Basically, when you start out making videos, or when you start out doing YouTube, or when you start out doing Twitch or whatever, where you feel that there may be a like potential career future in there, you basically have all the cards on the table, all the excuses to go ahead and say, I'm gonna devote everything to this. The moment that YouTube is going well, especially at the start when you're like incredibly increasing on your technical skills, you're gonna get all that dopamine from like your technical skills, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is amazing every single time I'm improving. Like the moment that that shit kind of fades, and you're in this state where you're just like trying to figure out like, okay, what is really fitting for me? What do I want to do? What do I want to do in the long term? I mean, I'm not talking long term in like a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I'm talking years. I've seen people that started channels out around the same time as me, got a very successful channel, and 5 years later, 6 years later, completely hated the thing that they were doing. So when it comes to like what is hard about YouTube, it's not just about how to make a video, like all the technical stuff, or about how much new stuff am I going to try versus how much of the old stuff am I going to keep. It's also about how do I balance this shit in my life. And this is something which I feel very little people, very little creators actually explore. If your life becomes like very one-sided and you just do only one thing, it only just takes like this one channel to just like come down or not do so well for you to just feel bad. In order for me to make sure that I can make videos again, that I can come back to this channel and actually like hopefully have the best chance at engaging with YouTube and tackling this thing and start making videos again, I feel like those are the three things which I have to overcome. Now, I'm pretty rather confident about my technical abilities. I feel that over the 7 years that I've been making this stuff, I feel that I've gotten pretty like confident in the stuff that I'm making, except for like vlogs have been like 2 years. So I mean, like I'm still getting used to like this entire setup. I feel like I'm moving around so goddamn much. But I mean, like I'm just recording this in my room. It's like where the fuck do I go? But hey, like I got this cool ass camera. I got this like great ass equipment around me. I know how to make streams. I know how to edit. So the technical skills I have no doubt with. And right now, what I want to do is overcome my inhibitions of just exploring again. I never really wanted to explore this channel. I always wanted to like hit it like right on the nail and make sure that like I was ready to go and do exactly what I was doing. And this is basically me saying like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I have some ideas. I want to try some cool shit. Some of the shit may make sense. Some of the shit may not make sense. And yeah, let's just go and explore this together and let me know what you like and let me know what you don't like. And if we find something we like, maybe I'll exploit the hell out of that. Or not. We'll just see how the fuck it goes.